What is going on, my YouTube family, and welcome back. It's your boy Napoleon, and welcome back to another episode. Today we're continuing our journey on the GTR. So I have one thing to confess. So I've been kind of working on this today. It's a new day from the last video, and I did get some stuff kind of taken care of. But it was a pain. It was a pain. So let me show you guys actually what we got here. So this is where we're at with the GTR. The last episode you guys saw, I took off these panels, I took off these panels, and now I took off this panel, and then I cut out most of this here. The reason why I cut this out instead of undoing all of the spot welds underneath here is because I would have to take the ABS off. I would have had to take all the intake parts off, and I didn't really want to do that. Not like I'm lazy, but I do think that I'm gonna be treating all the rust behind most of the other stuff. So if I don't do the very last part, I'm okay with that. But for the most part, most of the side rails are gonna get the treatment, make sure that there's no rust. I'm gonna make sure that they're all clean. It might take me a little bit, but I'm actually gonna get it all done. But one of the things that I do need to show you guys is that this strut top was so bad, way worse than I ever had thought. So let me show you guys. So this is that side of the strut top because I have not done the other side. So when you're looking at it like this. So as you can tell here, look at that. See how thin that metal is? And look at all the rust that penetrated through. So when I took this all apart, I actually noticed that there was a lot of Bondo on this center plate here, right in the center. So I think for sure that this was bubbling up right in this spot here. It was actually bubbling up way before I had got the car. No disrespect to my importer, because he probably had no idea either, but this is definitely one of those things that you need to check whenever you actually look into buying a Nissan Skyline. But regardless, if you buy one used off Marketplace or get it from a dealer, it doesn't really matter. This is bound to happen in its lifetime, regardless of where you got it, who you got it from. Unless you got it from a super reputable place that actually went through the car and actually restored it, something like this is definitely gonna happen. So majority of the Skylines that are out there, 33s and 34s, are gonna have this prone problem unless it was taken care of before you actually got it. But yeah, I got my car in 2019, so I've had my car 7 years now. And well, 6 years because it actually came in 2020. But regardless, my car is definitely due. When I first bought the car, there was no like signs of any rust in this area here. But as you can tell, there's definitely some buildup here. I'm not saying that I'm the best person to actually show you guys how to do this or what I'm doing, but I'm actually doing my best. So right now I'm actually going to start sanding, at least rough sanding or grinding some of this stuff away, the tops of the like strut tops, just so I can actually get a good idea of where I will be welding, because I'm gonna need to practice on something else before I actually get into that. But I wanted to take the car outside because, as you can tell, there is a lot of shavings here, so I want to clean all of this stuff up. And I don't want to really grind or do anything like that inside the garage because I do have, the Evo 5. Ivy's over here, but she's under a shade here, so like I don't want to really mess her up. I do have a bunch of the parts, like I said before, they are over here. I will be taking them and I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to sandblast them or do something like that, or, I'm not exactly sure, but I am ready to actually get that stuff all cleaned up. Some of this stuff is actually not super bad. Well, I mean, not super bad, but bad enough where definitely needs to actually I need to do something with these. This one is the worst, well, not the worst, but in the top corner there, that's where this one is. And then this goes towards the front. And as you can tell, look, there's still a little bit of Bondo here. So I do have a lot of stuff to do here, and it's gonna take me a while. If you guys have not noticed already, I do have replacement strut tops ready to go. SR Auto Body in, I think they're in the UK. They make replacement strut tops, but they need to be welded in. That's pretty obvious. And my strut top game is not that crazy. So I am not a crazy good welder, but I think I can probably try to get the job done without blowing holes through the body. But yes, I'm going to start sanding over here. I'm not going to really show you guys. I'm going to just make sure I get it done and just do it. As you can tell here, the car is still does have the motor in it. The reason why I'm doing this is just because I want to try to get everything taken care of this side and then work on that side, and then pull the motor, pull the trans, and then coat the underside. I want to treat all of these parts here, and then I want to paint the engine bay. All of this for the sole purpose of actually putting in that built motor whenever I get done with it. So I'm still waiting on parts. It's going to be a while. I started little bits by little bits, so you know, it's going to take me a very, very long time to get all those parts, just because things are expensive. It takes a long time to get, and some places don't have what I'm even looking for. So I don't know, we'll see what we can do here, but I'm gonna pull this thing out in the sun, and yeah, just start sanding and see what I can do. So I'm not even gonna put you on time lapse. I'm gonna just sand this stuff, try to get some of this stuff taken care of, and then I'll show you the final results when you get done. So just give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, folks, so I have a quick update here. I want to show you guys what I've been kind of doing. So I try to clean up most of the rust, everything that I can physically get to. So I'll show you that real quick, and then we'll come back to the plates here. So I took my whiz wheel and everything that I can possibly get to in here. Excuse this. This is just some liquid that I'm gonna use to try to clean up some more of whatever I can in these areas here. But what I do have is an idea. So like I told you earlier, I don't think I'm going to cut these well, I'm not going to get in here and actually drill out these plates on both sides, mainly because I want to try to drive it in and out of the garage. I don't want to take this whole top off if I don't have to. So what I did was I actually just cut my piece, well, excuse me, I just cut the pieces that I kind of needed, and I'm gonna try to make them fit, and then I'll weld around them, around the whole, well, most of the strut top. So here is what we have here. So this is my modified one, and this is one that comes straight from the UK, and you see how it has the long sides over here. It's like that on both sides here. I did modify mine. Now, I will tell you that I am not a fabricator. This is not what I do, but I do have confidence in myself to try to get this done, at least for the most part. But yes, this is what I did on the back side. The front side is the same. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how this bad boy will fit, and then hopefully whenever I get some of this rust taken care of, I can actually do this. But this is how it's gonna be. Since there is a lip on the back, it does get welded on that back side, but for the most part, that's what it will look like. So it lines up pretty good here, and on the back side, when I hit it down, you can't really see, but when it's down all the way, it pretty much closes this whole gap. So it should be good. This plate should be good to pretty much weld in. On the back side, it's pretty flat. So all I need to do is pretty much weld in these spots here, and then I could actually get this stuff in. So it should be pretty easy to do. And it goes in there without a problem. So like I said before, I am no master fabricator, no master welder whatsoever, but I do want to get one side done at a time. So as of right now, I do have most of the driver or passenger side taken care of. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to rust proof majority of what I can, mask off the rest, and then see what I can kind of do as far as getting some type of spray paint or something like that that I can actually weld onto, or weld without it actually being a major problem. And then I could goofooey it, and have everything kind of stuck to place. I want to try to get, like I said, one at a time done, because I want to make sure it's all good, and then I could treat it, make sure it's all good, and then I can probably try to put some spray paint primer on top of all those parts. And then when I'm ready to actually pull the engine, I can pull everything out of the engine bay. Brake line, I'm gonna try to get everything. Brake lines, I wanna try to get the motor out, brake booster, clutch booster, everything, just so I can spray that bay while it's still summertime, because I'm pretty sure I can do it with no problem. But yeah, I still need to get to these parts over here, and I need to get them in the sandblaster, or see what I can do to actually get those things taken care of, so I can actually get everything kind of rolling, because it's going to be one piece at a time until I actually get it all taken care of on that one side. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. It was hopefully a short video, probably 13-14 minutes long, about what I'm doing, but I have seen others do this as of recently. There's a lot more focus on the strut towers on the 33s and the 34s, and I've been scrolling through Facebook and seeing a lot more people do them. So I think this is my time to actually show you that I'm doing mine. And hopefully you get the confidence, or you can try to do it on your own car. And like I said before, do this at your own risk. I am no professional, but I'm doing it by myself in my own garage, and we'll just see how it comes out, and we'll just try to go from there. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all, please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll just see you on the next one. All right? Deuces.